Hello lovely stitchers and welcome. I'm going to show you how to do the little Reggie brooch. You're here watching this video because you've very kindly subscribed to my emails through the website, so welcome and thank you. If you're watching this via YouTube, please subscribe and give this a thumbs up, and there's lots of other videos as well if you're interested. So the little Reggie brooch, as you all know, or most of you will know, Reggie is my son's dog and he does make lots of appearances on my videos. So we're going to start off. You will have been sent a PDF with a little pattern on. Now you can blow this up and make it bigger, you can make it smaller, whatever suits. But I've traced around my pattern and I've cut out a piece of cardboard for the head and a piece of cardboard for the body. Now I'm going to pop those to one side because they're quite important and I don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose anything, and then I've gone ahead and traced two little ears, the little front paw, the back leg, and again the head and the body. I will not need them, just the ears and the legs just yet, so I'll clip those with them. So we're going to use the head and the body. So just let's get rid of that out of the way. Now for a backing fabric, you can use whatever you've got to hand. You can use a bit of felt, you can use a bit of old tea towel, tablecloth, anything you've got that's big enough to have these side by side. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. So I've got a little bit of my French linen because I've got stacks of it, because obviously when I go over to France I bring sheets back and some of them aren't very good, so I just use what bits are sort of a bit dodgy I'll use up on little projects like this. A piece of wadding, enough to pop your body and a head on, and a piece of scrap felt, again a bit, just enough for the head and the body. So that's, you'll also need one of these little brooch clips, or you can use a safety pin. You might not be using it as a brooch at all, you might be using it as a key ring, therefore you'll want a key ring, but whatever you decide. So I'll pop those to one side for the time being because that's for later. Don't want to lose them. You'll also need some little scraps of fabric in your chosen colours. Reggie's got a golden coloured coat, fleece. No, he's not having a fleece, fur. So I've sort of gone creamies. I know that's, but I thought I'd use that little bit on the end somewhere. So that's for your scrap. That's to build up your scraps. You probably want some beads as well. That's up to you, but I like to put some in, and any other bits of. I found a little. What do you call it? Press stud. We call these. So yeah, I'll probably use that somewhere. Beg pardon. Some scraps of threads, DMC. These, I'm assuming these are DMC. These are from kits I've had over the years, and I always hang on to them, so because they always come in for these kind of things. That's a bit of silk, so just little bits that you're not going to use a lot of. I'm just going to use a 12 weight pearl cotton to stitch up with as well. But right, let's get started, and first up I'm going to draw round my head and my body. you'll need to leave a big enough gap between, because you're going to fold over. Let's get a piece of fabric and just show you. Have I got a decent bit? I've got a scrap here. Oops, not the best. You're going to fold over, oh dear, your fabric. Not that. I can't use that. Over your piece of card when you've finished. So you want enough to go around the back as well. So I would leave a good inch of space between each piece. You might not want to put it on a frame or a hoop, but I need to, so for in a moment when I'm just looking for my pen, when I'm going to be sewing. So I'm just going to draw around the body. You can have him facing any way you want. Okay, and I'll do you as well. Okay. It's not the easiest when I've got it on a frame, so I'm just going to move that to one side. I'm going to work on these pieces with stitch and fabric. Oh, just pop those to one side when I get them all together. Try not to lose them, which is what I usually do. I come to look for them, can't find them because they've gone flying off across the craft room somewhere. So, right, okay, just put the lid on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my face and my body, but first off I think I will go away and I'll pop this on the table clamp so I can move it about a bit. So I'm not moving about, sorry. So bear with me and I will be back after I've clamped this to the table. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm going to build up a little bit of scrappy bits of fabric for Reggie, and I'm going to sort of do my nose and some eyes. The ears will be separate, but I'm just going to come in and sort of build up his little fur bits on his back, and I like to have those. Oops, I'm always wrapped up, aren't I? It's because I try to get everything so close to me. But you'll want to be sort of, oh, you don't want to be having some nice thready bits. Maybe not that big, but just gonna take that off a little bit. Don't worry about it being a perfect fit. That comes, we're not worrying about that. I'll put a bit of that on. I've got some bit of sorry silk there, haven't I? What have I got? The problem is, obviously, I get a lot of bits and bobs. I think I'll have that bit of that. Let's have a bit of you. Will you rip? You don't want to rip. That's okay. Don't want to come out, does it? See if I can sort of straighten it up a bit. I'd have to make it smaller. Oh, there we go. I know he's not patchy, Reggie. He's all sort of a uniform colour, but I just want to make him a little bit of a patchwork kind of thing going on. I've got some fabric that I dyed in the summer. Eco dyeing. I love a bit of eco dyeing. Ooh. Might not put you on yet. Put you on there. So I'm going to go round the edges. Excuse me. Go around the edges with a stitch. So I felt like I'd got lots and lots of different colours, but I feel like now I've not. Do you know that? I thought I'll not get too many out. But Reggie's quite fuzzy, so I want it to be quite fuzzy. If that makes sense at all. I try not to get it too uniform. Right, I'm going to put a couple of stitches in just to hold it down, and I'm not going to worry about my stitches and what. I'm just going to do ordinary straight up and down stab stitches, as I call them, when I'm just, because I'm not doing a running stitch. To anchor it down a little bit. Oh, come on. Don't worry about the back. Come up there. Once I've got him covered in fabric, I'll then put some designs in. If I feel like that's what I need. What happened to those little bits? Not going to go too crackers there because I've got the pores to come on, haven't I? But I can put a bit in there. Sorry, I have been told that I speak quietly, but it's because I'm speaking to myself. I don't mean to be quiet. I just know that I'm just, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm aware that I sort of mutter, and I do try not to. But when I'm sewing, it's so difficult to sort of be. Not. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking it through. Right. Just a bit more stitching. I think I might put a bit of up there. I'm just going to go up. There's my stitches. What have I got? I've got a bit of organza. With a dot. I think it's from an old blouse, this, or somebody's old blouse. Oh, as I say, don't worry about your stitches. We are literally just tacking down at the minute. And you do your colour scheme. If you've got a black lab, do a black. You can do black lab, you know, chocolate lab, whatever you have. Okay. So I'm going to come down again with some stitches. Oh, I've threaded myself. I do tend to forget that I'm filming and forget to talk. But if you were doing, you could actually do this on a embroidery, free motion embroidery as well. I know I've got 1 or 2 followers that do free motion embroidery. You know, with that zigzag stitch, it'd look really really fuzzy, wouldn't it? I feel like I want to put a bit of that in. I try not to go off camera when I'm chopping up. Yeah. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to get my back leg and just have a quick look at where I'm going to put it. Yeah, there. So I'm going to really cover up that quite a bit, won't I? So I might actually put another bit in that's a bit bigger. I'll have a look. If I cut him out a little bit bigger than that, because I'm going to fuzz it up a bit. In a minute. Just sort of give an idea. You can, if you're doing this in felt, obviously, you'll be far more precise than I. Oh yeah. And I'm going to give it a bit of a fuzzy up. But because I want this to stand up off his body, I'm going to get a little tiny bit of wadding, felt, and just pad it out a little bit. It's just a bit of craft felt will do. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm literally just using scraps of bits and bobs that I've got lying around in my sewing room. Ideally, you don't want to be buying anything. Yeah. That is for this project at all. Where did I come down there, didn't I? You just don't want to. It's not necessary. So I'm going to go round his leg, and I'm just going to do some little running stitches to give the definition of shape. You can do a back stitch if you want, but oh, come on, keep on doing my thread. Because I get a bit excited. Still trying to get over the cough, so if I start coughing I will have to stop the video and come back and restart, carry on where I left off. Might have to actually use a darker thread because you can't see the definition, but we'll come to that bit. I'll cross that bridge in a little while because I just want to get the leg in before I start some stitches. And as I say, this is a super simple beginner kind of stitched, scrappy stitched brooch, and they do look effective when they're finished. I did think when I was asked by my daughter, you know, when people subscribe to the email, would you like to give them something, a little gift? And I was thinking, well, what could I give? You know, what's the, you know, I just couldn't think. And then I was shouting Reggie in from the garden because he was woofing at the neighbours, and he came bounding in, all his scruffy self, and I just thought, oh yes, I need to do something to do with Reggie, and this came up on my in my head. So I hope you like him. I mean, this is a first time make. I've not sort of practiced it. I am literally winging it. Once I've done that, I think I'm going to change it to a darker colour and give him some more. Oh, I need to put his other paw in, don't I? Give him some bit more definition. But you see what I'm doing? I'm going round, but I feel like I need to go round again on his leg because I don't think you can see it enough. But if you was going round on a sewing machine, you'd whiz this, wouldn't you? But I am not. What did I do with his leg? Could be anywhere. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I'm going to use that bit of that. These are all little sample pieces that someone gave me. As you can tell, I'm not going definite shape because I feel like I could do that with the stitches rather than the cut. So that's which way round. So that's his front paw, and I'm going to pop his back paw on there, and I'm going to put a bit of a scrap of that felt in just to give it a bit of thickness. Just snip that off, and I'm coming up. Feel like I want to come up there. Maybe. Oh, I'm just going to tack this down because I'm going to change to a darker thread and come in with some more definition stitches, I think. Come on. Come on. Down again. I'm wondering if you can see enough. That might be a bit better. Okay, so I'm going to finish that one off and come in with a bit more. Just pop that over there. What did I do with that bit? It's there. Lost my thread, lost my needle. Right, let's move you. So you can see where I'm sort of coming along. I've got a little bit of, and I'm going to come in and give him a bit more definition with a darker thread. Is that dark enough, do we think? Let me just have a quick look. I'm not sure. Let's have a look what we've got on here. What have we got on there? Don't want to go. Yeah, I think I'll use a bit of that. Bit of stranded cotton. I'm going to use 2 strands, give it some so you can see it. Snip that on. By the way, I always use a chenille needle, always. for threading, for embroidery. I know people sort of poo-poo that, but as my eyesight's got bigger, worse, I need a bigger eye. I'm going to go round in tiny stitches. Might do a bit of back stitch there. I'm not making these stitches too neat and tidy, by the way. I'm literally just coming in and doing them where I want. You can see my felt poking through a bit there, just tuck it back under. Not that it really matters. Might put a bit of something in there when I'm doing my stitches that are making him look a bit more shaggy, his fur, because he is very scruffy looking. He's a Reg, most of the time. He goes to the groomers, comes back, and within the hour it looks the same. But he's just, you know, a scruff, basically. Right. I feel like I might need to put some paws in. Some like little definition. A couple of stitches to make him look like he's got little paws. Little. Bits for his paws. There. And here I think I'm going to have to come round and give him a bit of a tuck in that way. Make his paw come in a bit. Ooh. This is silk. This is sari silk ribbon, and it's really tough. It's almost as if it's got some kind of stiffen on it, starch or something on it. Don't know. Come up round the outside. his head on there, so I'm not going to worry too much about that bit being perfect. Ooh, gone out. What's gone off here? Oh, don't like that. Just rethread my needle. There we go. See if I can tuck a little bit in there. Just tuck a bit of something in there because I feel like it's missing a bit. Okay. Starting to build him up now in the fact that I'm sort of building up textures and stitches. Giving him some dodgy fur. If you haven't met Reggie on the videos, then if you go onto my YouTube channel and start having a little look, you'll find him. If it's not Reggie, it's Gertie. I'm just going to put something in there as well. She likes to get in on the act as well. Probably more so than Reggie, to be honest, because she comes and lies down on the workbench and stops all production, basically. Let's find another bit of, I feel like I want a bit of that in. I don't know about that. Let's have a bit of that on. Got some salvage edge. Let's have a bit of you in. Where's my thread gone? Let's come up. I'm sorry if the colours aren't so bright on the screen. Right. I feel like I can start add some other bits and bobs now to him. Right. Ooh. Let's stop you wobbling. So you can see I'm sort of coming in. I still feel like I need a bit darker, so I think I'll get some darker thread and come in there with his paws just to define down there. And I'm gonna do, let's find something in a mid-range. I'm going to go, shall we go back with that one? Yeah, let's have a bit of that. And I'm going to do some well, just let me, I can't talk and thread. I have to hold my breath as well. Oh gosh, come on. Got you again. There we go. I am going to do some I feel like I want to do some fly stitch, but upside down. So if I go that way and then that way, just because I feel like it'll look like fur. Does it? Who cares? With this sort of design, I just tend to let myself go on it. Just get your fabrics together, get your shape, and just go for it. Don't worry about it being perfect. It's not about that. It's about enjoying the stitch, getting into the moment. I mean, if I was sitting watching the TV or watching a movie or whatever, I'd be sort of going really mad with it, because always, for me, more is always more, never less. I don't know whether or not that looks a bit like bird feathers. No, I've done it. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to put some beads in. Because I can't not put a few beads in. So I'm going to do some ordinary stitch. Down there. Do a few on here. And when you do the padded bit, try not to pull your thread too tight, because you're going to end up pulling it down if you're not careful. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a paler thread, and I'm going to do some really, really loopy French knots on him, on this bit. I feel like that's got to go. See where your thought processes are going. You don't really have to have a set topic or set thing pattern that you're going to do. I never do. That's why I can't. I buy kits and then don't do them because I'm rubbish at following guidelines. I go off piste and do my own thing. Right, Reggie, you're looking quite cool now. I'm going to just put you another stitch in there, and I'm going to find some different thread. But yeah, see, if you pulled that too tight, you'd make like a dimple in it, so you don't want to be doing that. Right, I've got. Ooh, shall I go pink? Oh yeah, let's have a bit of pink. Let's have a bit of pink. And I'm going to go with 3 strands if I can. Let's do 3. Oh, hang on. That's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Lovely. Can't thread. I bought a Posh needle threader, but I can't use it when I'm using this because I can't. It's too high up. So I'm going to go in and do some curls on him. Some loopy French knots. I'm going to go around 3 times and just not pull too tight. There we go. Because Reggie's got curls, he's got poodle in him. He's a border terrier crossed with a toy poodle. I like to call him a batoodle. Probably go in with some creams, darker cream as well on these. There's probably some crazy name for him, like border poo. I feel like that's what it is. But I'm not having that. I like my version better. Yeah, don't pull your thread too tight and you can make it quite. And I'm going around more wraps than I really should. Just 3. Just because I want it looking quite curly. Just going to stand up and see what's going on. Although I've got a new camera angle, I've got a new camera and I can't, even though I can see what's going on the screen now, I can't see that close. I know it sounds crackers. Because the glasses I've got for close-up work, I'm not close enough to the laptop. It's all, oh gosh, it's all the ageing process, isn't it? Well, I'm sure you younger peeps will be thinking, oh gosh, no. But yeah, if I ever win, you know, some money on the lottery, that's my first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself some laser eye treatment. Right, I'm going to come in with a darker shade now. Shall I do darker shade or Hello Gertrude. She's going to come down and jump on here, I would imagine. Be like, oh yeah, she's here. So if you suddenly go disappearing, that's because Gertrude's decided. Oh no, she's gone. She's gone to have something to eat. Her food is on my workbench. I think I have to explain this every time I make a video. Because Reggie eats it all. And I decided that she's far better off with it up here, out of the way of him. And also we had a cat that was coming in and eating all her food. One of the neighbourhood cats coming in through the cat flap and making himself at home, basically, which isn't ideal. Feeding 2 cats, and he was a great big tomcat. And poor Gertrude, bless her, she was terrified of him. Even though she's evil personified, she wasn't having that. Just try not to. A few curls on here. Just thinking how I'm going to do his head, ears, because his ears don't stand up, they like flop forward. Hey Gertie. Hello. Where are you going? Oh, she's gone. She's going. Let's have a curl down there. Right. I think I might be done at that. On there. I'm going to go in and I'm going to get some thread, some darker thread. But first off, I'm going to put some beads on, I think. Let me find a bit of... got some silk. Right, let's get a needle that... oh, actually I don't know whether that'll... Let's get a needle that will thread some beads through. I'm going to put some beads on, because, hey, why not? I feel like that one might be... yeah. Let's find a beading needle. Just bear with me. Oops. Okay. Beading needles. Right, we'll have one of you. Then I know it's going to go through. This might not be fine enough thread. No. Let's get some... I will get some beading thread, I think. What should we have? A bit of white. I'll just use white. Beading thread's like a flat. You're not going to be able to see this, but it's like a flat thread, and it goes through so quickly, easily. Right. Just going to come in and let's have some. What have we got? Just going to put a little mix in. Oops. Not going to worry too much about where I'm going or what I'm doing with these. I'm literally just going to pop some in every now and then. Don't care about the colour. Bouncing all over the place. You don't have to put beads on, I'll just do because I love them. It's a Rachel thing. You can put sequins on, you can put anything on, you can leave it, you can don't need to put them on at all, but I feel like I need a bead on it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on putting some beads in, and then I'm going to come back and get some thread and do a bit of definition on him. And then we'll go in and do the head, because I don't think you need to see me sit here watching me doing every single bead, even though now I've said that I've more or less done them all. So typical. Yeah, I'm just going to put you one in there, darker one in there. But I need to go and find some thread that's a bit darker so I can get some definition in onto his legs, because I'm feeling that that's quite important, because you're not going to see what he is if I'm not. So then we'll come back, we'll do I will build up his head, do the fabric on his head, and then I'll come back and I'll do the definition on both the head and the body, because I really don't think you need to be watching me do that again, because it's the same principle, exactly the same principle. Build up your fabrics of where you want him. If he's got a patch on one eye, put yourself a patch on. You know, if he's got a stripe down his nose, that kind of thing. You do what you want, basically, what suits. As I say, I'm doing a Reggie, but you might be doing a Fido. So I'm going to stop at that, or else the video is going to go on for hours and hours. And excuse me, go and have a good cough, and now, like I say, I'll build up the fabric on that and get it to sort of this stage, and then I'll come back and show you the definition and popping the ears on. Okay, hello, I'm back, and as you can see, I've done his head, and I'm just thinking about his little nose. So I'm going to come in with my pen. Just let me stand up, and I'm going to do him a little upside down triangle and fill that in. I've got quite a biggish snooter as Reggie. So I'm just gonna do a bit of satin stitch. I was just thinking about it as I was trying to stitch, thinking what colour, because he's got a really dark teddy bear nose and teddy bear dark eyes. So I was trying to find some beads for his eyes, but I've not got anything that's suitable. They're all a bit strange shapes in black. I don't know why, or not big enough. So I'm just stitching his nose. You can always come in with a coloured pencil and do this if you're not so sure about it. I've got a big thick thread on 6 strands of stranded cotton for him. So for his eyes, I think I'm going to come up, and usually it's about halfway up their head. I don't want to make him look like a... So let's see if I can do... So, actually that's quite cute. 2, 3... So it's just a French knot, tight French knot for his eyes. Oh, yeah, that will do. I mean, I could do a bit more stitching on that, but I don't want it to start looking too precise. What's down there? Get rid of that beading needle. So I've, excuse me, found a bit darker thread, and I don't want to go too dark because I don't want it black, but I'm going to come up and give him a bit of definition round there. Not that I've done that very good, because that's starting. But I'm literally just going to go round on this one because it's not really the head I'm too worried about. I'm just going to go around the edge of the stitch. Try not to put my French knots down. Not that it really matters. Just give him a little bit of a... I keep thinking he looks like a bit of a Highland cow because he's got so much shaggy hair going on. I will put the ears on, but I'll do that after. Oops. I've not stopped you. No. Just whacked my mouse. Starting to look cool. He's quite adorable already. Do you not think? I'm just going to put him a bit of a couple of little dark stitches in there. Just for his As I say, if you're stitching your own little doggy, which is quite likely, or if you are doing a Reggie, they're all going to be different, and I would like to see, I think we should have a little rogues gallery of Reggies. Come up on that side. Oh, sweet. Right, I'll finish that off on the back. I'll try to. Just give it a snip, and I'm going to come in and do some definition around his leg area. I'm going to do a couple of little claw. These aren't got to be perfect, but I know that if I don't do, well, I mean, you're not going to see it, are you? You're not going to tell that that's his leg if I don't do a bit of a darker stitch. You could do a back stitch, I suppose. So I'm getting lots of little threads on it, so you can't, it's tucking in. Talking of the devil, here he comes. I don't know what he's been doing. Probably, I've got a window seat and he likes to sit in that window seat and watch the world go by. Oh no, it must have gone down. It must have already been up here on a warm patch where the pipes run. Gone a bit wonky there. Which doesn't matter at all. Don't worry about your stitches. I keep saying this, but I don't worry about your stitches because the more primitive it looks, the better it'll look, to be honest. And as I say, if you're doing it on a machine, you'll probably be going up and down anyway. Oh, I didn't mean to go like that though. Oh well, not to worry. Right, I'm just going to come in here and do him some little paws. And same again there. Go up and down through the I'm having to stand up because I can't see very well what I'm doing. Better. Come on that side. Like I say, it doesn't need to be good. It's really beginner friendly. And if you've got any questions about it, please get in touch. If you're not sure what to do, but there's nothing sort of unusual. Right, I'm going to finish that off, do a little knot. I've learnt to do knots from without seeing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some ears on. And I have found, where's that? Oh, where is it? I feel like they could be his ears. Where was the triangle? I'm going to have a practice run on his little ears. I feel like they might be. Because he's got, you can cut a triangle out, use the triangles, but I'm sort of just going to wing it a bit because he's not got the perfect standy up doggy ears, has he? He's got like floppy down ears, and I'm just thinking, actually I've cocked that up. Ought to be the triangle bit at the top and the, right, let's get another piece. Oh dear. Hold on. What did I say? What did I say? It's the triangle at the top. Hang on, let me think. I feel like it should be like that. That way. Up, maybe. Or is it that way? That way. So, hang on. What did I say? Oh, I'm making a right meal out of this, aren't I? Let me just have a think. Where's my picture that I drew? Don't know. Let's have a quick look what I said. This is my picture. Right. Okay. I feel like I'm going to pull his ear in. Yeah. I'm going to do like a little tuck. So if I've cut my triangle out, which I haven't, but that's what I will do. And I'm going to tuck him on there. There we go. Look. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm whispering like you're not. That's it, isn't it? Shall I do it that way? Got there. As I say, I'm doing this on the hop while I'm talking to you. So it's sort of, I drew a picture out, got an idea of what I wanted to do. Oh, look at that. I love that fluffy bit. Just make sure it's on. 2 stitches is not going to be enough. And also when he will stand out when you've cut him out. Give him another couple of stitches. Oh, sweet. So I'm going to come across there. Just going to give him one more stitch in. I'm going to come across there with a couple of stitches because I want to do this one, don't I? And I felt like I had a piece of fabric that I've now gone missing. Oh dear me, here we go. That. Oh, hang on. What was it? I'm just going to do a square. What did I do? Did I do the triangle at the top? I did, didn't I? Right. Just do a... I am cutting a triangle of sorts. But I'm just aware that Reggie's ears actually flop down forward. So I'm just going to try. I'm just going to try and give it a bit of a tuck around. So I've sort of gathered it, and I'm just going to pull it a bit tighter and tuck him in. Let's have a look. No, that's not quite right. Do you know what? I'm going with it. And I've unthreaded my needle. Might have to come back in and tidy that up a bit. I've just thread my needle back up. Oh dear, it's making me get all nervous. Right, let's try and get him on somehow. Oh my goodness me, I've unthreaded my needle again. Right, I've got a needle threader somewhere. Have I? Come on. Why am I trying to do that? Oh, come on. That's it. It's alright, it's because I'm trying to get him in a position that looks like his ears are blowing in the wind. I know there'll be some of you out there shouting at the screen. Going, oh my god, just do it that way. Right, let's tuck that back in that way. So, as I say, although I have cut triangles, drawn triangles, I didn't cut triangles in the end. I just did a funny shape. So I'll leave that one with you. Guidelines and all that. Just make sure they are quite on securely, because if you don't, they'll end up falling off at the later date, won't they? And I think because I wanted the frayed edge of the selvage for him, it's made it myself a little bit more awkward. Right, so just going to do that, tie a knot in that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the frame, because this is the fun part. Okay, I won't do that on camera, it's too much of a fuss, but I'll come back as soon as I've done that and we'll pop these onto the brooch pin, etc. Okay, so I shall be back shortly, and have a good little stitch, and hopefully you won't make a meal out of the ears quite as much as I have. But so happy stitching, and I'll be back shortly. Hello, so I'm back and I've taken my Reggies off the frame, and I'm going to just, first up, I think I'll draw around my felt before I cut that off. So what I want to do is I'm going to draw around my felt pieces, she says, because she can't find her pen. I had it a few minutes ago. Oops. Oh, what have I done with that? Let's find another one. Okay, where are you? You'll do. So this felt is for the back of your Reggie brooch, so just give it a, I'm drawing around with the heat erasable pen, but you're not going to see it because this is going to be on the inside. Can you see? Let me just make sure this has got a bit of a lump on it, so I'm just going to draw around that and that. Again, don't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to cut out. Might be better off with a smaller pair of scissors actually. Just going to cut them out, because these are going to cover up all your stitches and all the bad rough bits. Okay, so I'll put that to one side, put that to one side. Okay, there we go. So you've got a head, oops, and a body. Okay, so we'll just pop them to one side. Now with your wadding, again, you're going to want to be cutting, just move that out of the way. I don't want to draw around that. I think I'll give it a little draw round, because you're going to stick that on the top, Actually, shall I just stick that to the top? Yeah. So just make sure that your card is the right way around. So that's his back, and that's where his back leg is. There, his front paw. So you're going to get a bit of Pritt stick and stick your wad in to your piece of card, and same with his head. Don't really mind which way up. Okay, put that away. I think I'm going to use these other scissors. Oh, I don't know. I feel like they're a bit more they're sharp. Get rid of that. Just come round with your scissors, and you want to be coming as close as you can to your card. Try not to cut your card. Okay, wonderful. So that's the top of it. Get rid of that. Okay. So we'll just pop those to one side while I just cut Reggie's head out. What did I drop there? But I want to make sure that I've got enough. Yeah. Space. I'll save that for another project. And I want to be about an inch either side. Probably going a bit more mad here, but just don't want to be. I'll just chop that off a bit more. Oh gosh, could you see me then? So I'm just going to follow around the head shape. I'll just come in a bit more. Because I don't want to be too bulky on the back. There we go. I feel like that's enough. Because what you're going to do is you're going to put the head onto there. Like that. Look, it is pulling it in. Actually going to make a little bit less. A little bit less. Because it feels like it's too bulky. Just try not to cut his ear off. Right. Same again with body. So I'm going to cut that off, and you off. Oops, nearly cut my finger. All the way around. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is get a bit of machine thread. Start with the head, excuse me, and I'm just going to go all the way around, little stitches. Feel like this needle's a bit blunt. Little running stitch all the way around the edge of his head. This is where we could do with a bit of music, but I am not a big fan of videos where there's no talking and it's all music. I like someone to explain rather than. So I've done a run stitch all the way around till I've come to that, and I'm going to pop my headpiece in with the wadding side down. Okay, and I'm going to pull. Let me just move you out of the way and hold it down a bit and pull tight. There we go. And then I'm going to stitch across to pull in the pull it in tight. I'm starting with the go side to side, not lengthwise, otherwise you'll curl it up. Okay, pull in tight. Get his ear out the way. Don't want his ears to flatten down. Just pull that in. As I say, don't go all the length, you'll curl him up, but you need to just pull them in, your top bits in, otherwise they will be too bulky. There's his ears. You could always put his ears on after, but come down to the bottom. Just adjust that. Feel like I'm over egging the ears. I don't know why. I feel like it's a. Like I've made the ears this big thing, and they're not. Try and get your fabric sort of quite flat there on the bit where it's gone round, otherwise it'll stick out a bit on his head. Okay, wonderful. And you're going to do the exact same thing with the body. Just pull that down a bit. Let's have a bit more thread. I mean, I actually could pull that and make it a bit more, but that's for a later bit. So again, you're going to go all the way around the edge. I need some more thread. Excuse me. magic threader. All the way around. This card that I'm using is not really that strong. You might want a bit stronger card. Amazon, those delivery envelopes are my go-to. But had a big clear out before Christmas and put them in the cupboard, and then I've stacked up all the Christmas decoration boxes against the cupboard, so I can't get in the cupboard. So I just found a bit of card just for, but that's the sort of thickness you want the Amazon delivery packages, not the boxes, like the flat packaging they come in. Always good, always useful to keep. So I'm going all the way around. Excuse me. Again. Make sure you can see me. I'm losing my voice. Okay. At this stage you can dab a bit of glue on there if you really want to, just to keep it in the plate position. Just so you want one inside down, and you're going to pull. Again, don't pull too much, otherwise you'll curl up your card, and you're just going to go from side to side if you can. Don't pull too tight on this one, as again, like I say, you will curl your card up, but it's just to secure it in place. Oops, you won't see this. I'm just going to come up, down, there, back up. I mean, if you could actually just glue it down, but that, you know, entirely up to you. If you want to glue it, you can. I'm running out of thread. Oh. Okay, so just secure it with a couple of stitches if you can. Why I've run out of thread? Why I didn't give myself a bit more, I don't know. Okay, not to worry. Oh, that's cute. Cute! Let's get something darker for you to see it on against. Looking like what's under here. We use this card. Sorry, I've cut out a bit, but is that better? Yes. You can see. So you're going to just thread up your needle again with some machine thread. Because we're going to go around going to pop on that onto there for a start. I am going to glue it. Where are you? Just going to pop a little tiny bit of glue on that just to stop it from wiggling around, because felt tends to do its own thing. Just to hold it secure. And you can do that one as well, but just hang fire. I'm going to move that out of the way so I can, oops, come back. But I am going to stitch all the way around the head to the linen. Stitches don't have to be perfect. Again, you don't have to stitch if you don't want to, you can just glue it. Ouch. I'm going to spray this to get rid of the I'm trying not to sew the cardboard. Get rid of the aqua pen because I can see it. I don't think you can, but I can. Nearly there. I don't suppose you have to put the cardboard in, but I like to, just for the bit of strength, a little bit of strength, but you don't have to. Okay, in we go. I'm just going to come up through there and back through there so I don't have to tie a knot. Snip that off. I'm just going to spray that away. Because I could see the blue. He's cute and he's going to get his head sewn on there, look. How adorable is that? Right. I'm going to sew his... let's do a bit... I'll leave that, let's find another needle. That one. And put a bit more thread on. Okay. So again, make sure you've got him the right way round. Just a bit of glue on. You can pin it, but this is, in my opinion, just as good, just as useful. At this stage you can put your little brooch pin on before you stitch that, but I always do mine after. So stitch all the way around again. Just tuck your knot away. don't have to use machine thread, you can use embroidery thread if you want, but I just find it hides easier. But you might want to see your stitches. Keep getting myself wrapped up. What have I got there? Oh, where have I gone to? Top. Got to the top. Sometimes I do forget I'm on here, like I say, and forget to talk. But my voice seems to be disappearing. Excuse me. And for those of you who are thinking, why did you pick Reggie and not Gertrude to do a brooch? It's because I've already got a Gertrude something on the go for a workshop, and I didn't, you know, it's not when you've got children, you've got to have one and not the other, can you? Oh. So that's being worked on. Over the next couple of weeks. It usually takes me a couple of weeks to sort of get into the vibe once I've decided what I'm doing. And then once I've decided, I'm all guns blazing. It's just that I have to get the inspo for a start of what I'm doing, and then I have to get the sort of motivation, because the videoing is quite time consuming. I can't just sit downstairs and stitch it, unfortunately. I wish I could. Right, I mean, that's thick all the way around. I still feel like I've not got enough definition in there. I actually might go in with a pencil crayon, some ink tents or something. Right. Oh, look at you. Oh my gosh. That's adorable. Oh, right. Okay, so I've got to sew his head on to his body. So I'm just gonna do a few stitches. I feel like it should be that way. Round. We'll go in there. Again, it's up to you where you're positioning the head. I'm definitely struggling with this needle. Try and go backwards and forward. It's not very sharp. I think I might have a duffer. Let me get that and try and pull it through. Oh, I don't want to squish him down. There we go, we're alright. I'm just going to come round this way, come down his. If you've not used these before, they're great. They're like little rubber needle puller. How are we on? Just puff him up a bit. Where squished him down with my fingers. Oh, oh look. Oh, is it focusing? Does it want to focus? Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, oh, I do love it. So once you feel like you've secured in enough, which maybe I am, a bit more, just fasten off. Okay, and then you need to position your, I would say position it to the top rather than further down, because he'll flop over if not. Okay, so I'm going to go in there again. Little tip, just a little dab of glue, Brit stick, and put your brooch pin down rather than across, and then we're going to just stitch him in. Now to get your needle in, just coming up and up through your, you might want to open it up there and up through the hole, but pull your knot through, but not too hard. Come up through again, up through the centre. There he comes, little Reg. Hello. I've made a little brooch of you, mate. Hello. And you might have one, a bit bigger one of these. I don't know. This is just one I've got. It's probably going to lay on the bed. Down. Oh. Oh gosh, sometimes I make life difficult for myself and I don't know how or why. In through. Oh. I'll be wearing this tomorrow. I'm going to go back. Do as many stitches as you think secures. I think that might be enough. It's like sewing a button on. And then just go down and back through. Snip. And that is it. Oh my gosh. Let's get you on that bit of... How cute is that? Oh, Reggie. Oh. Oh. And on that note then, thank you once again for subscribing to the emails, and hopefully if you're watching this on YouTube you're going to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a bit of a long video, but I think you might find it's worth it in the end. So happy stitching, everybody. See you soon.